I'm Pia, you're watching KiniNews. Dr Mahathir has been one of Anwar Ibrahim's most vocal critics recently. However, the government sees no need to probe the former Prime Minister for sedition.
Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said there is no need to take action against Dr Mahathir Mohamad under the Sedition Act. This is over the former Prime Minister's criticism of the government. However, Saifuddin said he would leave it to the police to take appropriate action if necessary. Speaking to reporters in Shah Alam yesterday, he said the most important thing is that anyone can express their opinions but never cross the line and touch on matters related to religion, race and the royal institution. He said this in response to Padang Rengas UMNO Division Chief Muhammad Nazri Abdul Aziz. Nazri had called for action under the Sedition Act to be taken against Mahathir for criticizing the current government. Saifuddin said that his ministry took note of the organization of a rally and the Malay Proclamation event which the former Prime Minister had been due to attend. The event was organized following Mahathir's claim that Malays have lost more power under the current government.
The MOF today pulled a full stop on allegations surrounding the Albukhary Foundation's tax-exempt status, saying no one has revoked it.
The Finance Ministry has denied that one of its officers signed off on revoking the Albukhary Foundation's tax-exempt status. This is believed to be in reference to allegations made by blogger Raja Petra Kamaruddin and others that a senior officer in the ministry's tax division had signed off on the cancellation while Lim Guan Eng was in office. In a statement today, the Finance Ministry said whether through the previous minister or its officers, it has never revoked the tax exemption given to the Albukhary Foundation. The ministry added that it had lodged a police report over the allegation. Previously, Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin had alleged that Lim was responsible for the Albukhary Foundation losing its tax-exempt status. Lim has denied revoking the Albukhary Foundation's tax-exempt status. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim reaffirmed Lim's denial in Parliament on Tuesday.
The Johor ruler has shared his royal wisdom on why it's not wrong for Muslims in the state to visit houses of worship of other faiths.
Johor ruler Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar said there was no reason to bar Muslims in Johor from visiting houses of worship of other faiths or participating in their festivals as long as they do not take part in non-Islamic rituals or prayers. He said this is very clear and he has complete trust in Muslims because their faith is strong and unshakable. In an interview with The Star, Sultan Ibrahim said there is no need for any kind of polemic over this. He said guidelines issued by the palace and the Johor Islamic Religious Council were clear on the matter. Muslims in Johor were allowed to attend events held by those of other faiths as long as there were no religious rituals. Selangor, however, has a different set of rules whereby Muslims are not allowed to enter houses of worship of other faiths. Sultan Ibrahim said interfaith values were strong in Johor and he also encouraged non-Muslims to visit mosques to understand Islam better.
The media are sometimes blamed by politicians for various issues, and it's no different when it comes to the issue of race and religion making headlines recently. And here's what one minister had to say.
National Unity Minister Aaron Ago Dagang has blamed the media for deliberately wanting to fan flames on sensitive issues, especially those related to race and religion. Aaron said this in response to a reporter seeking his comment on Jom Ziarah, an event under Project Article 11. He sidestepped questions on the program, which made headlines after a Bersatu leader claimed it was a Christian evangelist program. The Konowit MP instead issued a stern warning to media practitioners to quit acting like instigators, asserting that it's enough. He said this after launching the Hanya Dikau, Seniman Agung P. Ramlee exhibition at the KLIA Terminal 1 yesterday. He added that he has been telling the media to cool it down on sensitive issues. Meanwhile, Aaron has also dismissed reports that the people are divided, saying it's merely a problem with the media. Previously, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim issued a stern warning that authorities would act against those stoking racial and religious tensions.
The 1MDB's debt balance stands at over 9 billion ringgit, while over 41 billion ringgit in 1MDB assets have been recovered. But what about the 10 million US dollars spent on a house by a former banker linked in the scandal?
The Attorney General's chambers has no knowledge of whether Tim Leisner's former girlfriend has returned 1MDB-linked assets to Malaysia. This was revealed in a parliamentary written reply to Kapong MP Lim Eng. Lim asked the Prime Minister whether Rohana Rozhan had returned the 10 million US dollars in cash. This was met with a one-sentence reply from Law Minister Azalina Othman on behalf of the Prime Minister. Azalina said the AGC has no knowledge of this matter. Leisner is a former Goldman Sachs banker complicit in the 1MDB saga. Last February, he told a US court that he had affairs with 3 prominent Malaysian women, including Rohana. At one point, Leisner spent 10 million US dollars on a house in London for Rohana after she got upset that he was ending their 10-year relationship. Leisner testified that he bought the house because Rohana threatened to expose his involvement in the 1MDB affair.
A past leader is attempting to defend himself after being sued by the Prime Minister by saying he has a moral duty to speak on current issues.
A past MP said he has a moral, social and political duty to inform the public about the issue of Anwar Ibrahim allegedly receiving 15 million ringgit in payment. Kuala Terengganu MP Ahmad Amzad Hashim said this is part of his defence of qualified privilege, fair comment and justification against the Prime Minister's defamation suit. On December 22nd last year, Anwar filed a civil action on the alleged remarks by Amzad that the Pakatan Harapan chief lied about earning a 1 ringgit salary when he was Selangor's economic advisor. According to a statement of defence filed at the High Court in Kuala Terengganu on February 28th this year, Amzad contends his statement was not issued out of malice. The defendant said this is because voters have the right to receive comments on current issues. Amzad claimed that his statement was based on the fact that Faika Hussein, who used to be the Chief Executive Officer of Menteri Besar Incorporated in Selangor, raised the issue of the 15 million ringgit claim. He pointed out that the issue was also raised by then Tanjung Karang MP Noor Omar during the budget debate in Dewan Rakyat in 2015. He also noted that Anwar never took legal action against Faika over the allegation.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news update. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Pia. Thanks for watching.